Hello, everybody. Today we're going live from Women Inspiring Network with Ishita Yashvi. I've known Ishita for many, many years, and a bit about the Women Inspiring Network till Ishita joins us. Women Inspiring Network is an initiative, a movement started by us, and it actually took shape during the lockdown where we first started with a webinar where we had 70 speakers and a 5 million reach. Now after that we did the Winning the Lockdown series. June was the film series where we got great response on Vani Tripaঠি's uh, talk, which was supported by Inox and Business World, Shramita Shetty, Anupriya Goenka. And then, of course, we're continuing with our mental health series. And July is also the month of sustainability. So please do give us your sustainability pledge. What is that one difference you can do to your lifestyle changes? And if you have any mental health story to share with us, that would be really, really great. Ishita is someone I have known for many years when she was heading marketing from DLF Promenade, and then, of course, all the other DLF malls. So we will just wait for Ishita to join us. I'm just going to try. Yes, I can see her, and I'm waving out to Ishita. And we'll also be doing webinars with some of the institutes in the country. So please look out for those. We're doing one with women entrepreneurship. So Ishita is just joining us. Hi, Ishita. I'm seeing you virtually after so long, and we were just talking today.
Very, very,
Ishita,
very long. It's been
years. But Ishita, thank you so much for joining us on the Women Inspiring Network. I was just telling all
my
our
pleasure,
viewers,
Stuti.
the Women Inspiring Network took shape during the. And I was just telling our viewers that, Women Inspiring Network took shape during the lockdown, where we
Yeah,
first did a webinar where we had 70 speakers and women who were women entrepreneurs, media
yeah,
personalities, influencers, change makers. We had a 5 million reach on social media. And
that's
then June
amazing.
was an exciting month because we did a film series as well as mental health series. So we've reached a
Yeah,
10 million reach. So, and we're doing with different film-based.
congratulations.
Yes. And July is, of course, our sustainability month. And then we're going to be doing something with the institutes. But I'm going to just jump right into the conversation. Ishita and me have known each other since she was heading marketing for the DLF malls.
Yeah,
And now I want to, of course, know about your entrepreneur journey. And please tell us a bit
right.
about your journey because I'm not really aware of what is it all about and what made you do the plunge.
So, we were really in touch when I was in with DLF, and now that must be, I think, about 3 years ago that I quit DLF, and after that I joined Forest Essentials. I was heading the marketing for the brand for over a year, for a period of over a year, and then it wasn't satisfying me, Sudhi, at all. I mean, I think I had done what I had to do in the corporate world. I mean, it was, it was just the same kind of things packaged differently. And I felt that I could do so much more. And I wanted to, take more risks and I wanted to do newer things. And you know how it is in a job. There are these ceilings and there are these typical ways of operating sometimes. And I think I had reached a point in my career and in my life where I just wanted to do more, and job was not able to provide me with more. And that's how Cross Border Kitchen started. Actually, if you've read up a little bit about the company, then it's four of us who founded the company. It's four childhood friends. It's me and three boys. One of us is in US, and two of them are here. And we grew up together, Sudhi, and we kind of knew, that we would make like a great A team. We would make a fantastic team. We all come with our area. There's Mayank, who's a strategy wizard, and there's Mohit, who's tech and finance, and There's Ehsan Qureshi, who's the son of legendary Imtiaz Qureshi. You know, he's one of the two Padma Shri awardees in the country, and we knew that,
Okay.
um, you know, I mean, if four of us, if some the four of us and put a team together, I mean, that'll be such an incredible team. And it was just, I think, long time in the coming, and we thought that let's just do it. And honestly, I think I was the most skeptical out of the lot, where I was like, oh, you know, corporate career, it's been so long, it's been close to 17 years. But then Mohit was here from US, I remember, and we all were talking, and we kind of knew, you know, cross-border kitchens was in our head since years, that we want to do something around food. We love bringing people together through food. We really feel that food has, you know, for us, it holds a lot of values in life of inclusivity. And bus then, Suti, we said that let's just do it. If not now, when? You know, I mean, then it'll be too late. And
Yeah.
we founded the company.
And who has been your biggest role model, and who has inspired you the most in your journey?
You know, Sudhi, honestly, I feel the concept of role models is a little, I wouldn't say overrated, but it's something that I don't relate with too much. There are so many people that I admire, right? I mean, there's Ratan Tata, who I absolutely have always looked up to, and I've always admired him. Then there is Leila Tyabji from Dastakar, you know, who's done such exemplary work in Indian arts and crafts, who I really admire. There's Indira Nui. I mean, who doesn't look up to her, right? I mean, there are just so many people who are trailblazers, who are doing, you know, from young to, there are also some really cool digital content creators who've really broken the ceiling. You know, like there's Deepa Khosla. She's doing such incredible work in the work of fashion, lifestyle, and beauty. I mean, there are just so many people. I just really admire people who are risk takers, who like to, you know, carve out their own path, and who just go all out. So yeah, variety of them.
Yeah, I mean that is something which I can totally relate to, because you come across different people at different points of your life. Like,
Yeah.
I started my PR company when I was 23 in Bombay, and I have met,
23.
yes, and I've met so
Wow.
many people over the years, and that time no one talked about women entrepreneurship. I didn't even
Yeah.
know what it was.
Yeah.
And then I went for this program in the United States, where they connected emerging women leaders with the Indra Nuis and the Sheryl Sandbergs and Ariana Huffington. And it gave me a perspective on women leadership, women
Yeah.
entrepreneurship, women issues. And I'm so glad that finally I got the time to start the Women Inspiring Network. And each day when I'm hearing even a mental health story from a high school kid, that's still inspiring me, and I'm learning. So I actually
Exactly.
feel an inspiration is something I'm learning and getting inspired by my young team every day. So I feel inspiration is something which we all should look out for in our lives, and it's constantly there at different points of our life. There are different people who will inspire us. And to tell me, you being
Absolutely.
single and in a city and taking care of your family, and that is really really inspiring. So did you face any challenges, or did you have any apprehensions when you decided to take the entrepreneurship plunge? And
Um, no, like I said, I think Sudhi, I came at a point, you know, like we often say that, amongst the four of us, you know, me, Mayank, Mohit, and Ehsan, when we're often talking, I mean, we're not a couple of college kids who came out and who said that, hey, let's do this, you know, let's experiment with this.
yeah,
Let's see where it goes.
yeah,
Stuti, I think your connection is acting up, right? Are you able to hear me?
I can hear you, but it's sometimes
Okay.
your video breaks.
Same with you. I'm not able to see you clearly in between. I think I'll move slightly back, which is closer to the Wi-Fi. Yeah. Yeah, so I was saying that, For us, I mean, it's not like we're a couple of college kids who thought that, hey, let's do this, let's figure out where our life goes. I mean, we had a very clear vision. We had a very clear path. We had a very clear understanding of what we want cross-border kitchens to become. And so there was no ambiguity. We knew that, we're leaving our cushy corporate lives and very, very fat packages, and we're doing this to cause a disruption, where we
Yeah.
want to leave a mark, and we want to leave a mark. Like each one of us, we have our own different motivations, right?
Yeah.
Each one of us are driven with something completely different. Like, for example, like Mayank wants to create employment for at least 10,000 people. He's very passionate about creating large scale employment. I am very passionate about, being that single woman who did it on her own terms, and who led a life that she wanted to lead on her own, which is also why I often say that for me, home proud is not just like an Instagrammable moment, but home proud has a larger connotation in my life, because being home proud is directly linked to these small successes and small milestones. As I worked harder, as I worked better, as I put in more work, my home life and my, the good life that I wanted in my life. I get a high by leading that good life, providing for myself, right? I like it that if it's this really fancy piece of furniture that I brought into my house, or if I've given it a makeover. So for me, profession and that passion of being a home proud person is really linked. So for me, I feel being single and doing this only fuels my dreams, Stuti. I mean, I think I was very clear from in my 20s probably that, either I can be, I'm a very focused person. I think I mostly have my blinkers on, I don't then care. So I think, pretty sure from a youngish age that either I can go all guns blazing in my career, or I can go all guns blazing in my personal life. And that is something that I recognized about myself. I'm not saying women can't do both. Women can't manage home and can't manage a career. There are so many who've done it, like Indra Nooyi being one, right? She's managed it so successfully. But it's something that I personally did not want to do. I wanted my focus area to be my career, and I wanted it to fuel all my dreams. So I think, to answer your question, I mean, I think that being single and being a career woman has only kind of helped me better my career and better my life. So I hope I was able to
Yeah.
answer your question. Yeah.
Yes. And tell me something. Did lockdown affect your work? I mean, I see a lot of your feeds on Instagram, and so did it affect your content creation or with cross border kitchens? Did you get affected? And
So, Stuti, I mean, work life has become crazier for sure. Anyway, working in a startup, I mean, you can imagine you started at a young age of 23. So it's anyway a lot of hands-on sort of work, right? It's crazy. It's just, there's literally no weekend. There's literally no like, ye mera kaam nahi hai, ya whatever, I'm only paid to do this. I mean,
yeah.
everything. And you have to pick up all the pieces, you have to clean up all the shit yourself. So it's literally that. But lockdown, thankfully, Stuti, for us, we operate in an area which was considered as an essential service by the government. We're in food delivery. So cross-border kitchens actually really pushed the envelope during this time. And I think it's just luck was on our side, where we actually ended up adding one more kitchen. So as you understand, cloud kitchens they're delivery kitchens, which are, it's a network of kitchens all over the city to cater, to a larger radius. And we were able to add another kitchen in South Delhi during this time. I mean, God only knows how Ehsan and Mayank pulled that off, but they did, and they managed to open one more kitchen during this time. And for me, I think I'm fairly proud of the content marketing that we've done during this. First organization in the food sector who started doing PSA, which is public safety announcement communication. We pulled back on our sales communication completely. We stopped giving any kind of offers, any kind of deals. We stopped saying that, this product is so good, get this, buy this, get this. We went to a completely feel good content, which also meant a lot of replanning and reorganizing over the phone, over Zoom calls, getting everyone together, and just, aligning to the new goals. So it was a lot of chaos. It was a lot of work, Stuti, but I think I'm very happy with the way
Things
we've
have played,
been
yeah.
as a team. Yes, I think we've been very productive. We've probably been a little too overproductive, but
So
it's been good.
I can say the same about my team. For the Women Inspiring Network, the process team was able to add value on the Women Inspiring Network. And
Yeah,
see, the idea is world over, businesses were affected. How we re-strategize ourselves
yeah,
and how, as entrepreneurs, we innovate. That is what is
correct.
important. I've seen so
Absolutely.
much of trend now moving online, so it has to be. You have to think about how to sort of do businesses differently. I mean, I've seen,
100%.
some of my clients who were retail brands, but of course, now you have high retail spends on malls. The rentals are really high. People are not
Yeah,
going into malls. So,
yeah,
they've actually, and we've helped them develop like e-commerce or online strategies, which is really,
correct,
really working for them. So, as
correct.
entrepreneurs, we have to be very, very innovative on what will work, and whenever there is a crisis, there's always an opportunity in that. And we have to be able to recognize that. So I'm so glad that you've done that. But I've been seeing some great Insta feed, and why don't you tell our viewers a bit about, give us some home decor tips, or something specially which you did during the lockdown, which kept you inspired. The way your feed is. Give us
Suji,
some glimpse of it.
I've just been, whatever time that I was not working, I was kind of up late in the night, and I actually did quite a bit. Because I was here literally in my home, staring at the wall, staring at the corner. So, there was like this boredom that was setting in, and I'm a complete restless soul. So I have to, I like really doing work. And I actually did some mini makeovers in my house, which were like completely DIY. I whitewashed my own room. So yeah, I mean,
Wow.
literally, I ended up whitewashing my own room. I was like, I don't want all these laborers to come into my home right now, given the situation. And I did that. So literally, what I would do, Stuti, is like 11 12 baje, I would off now, like midnight onwards is my time. And 12 a.m. to about 3 to 4, I would literally like, spend in the house, shuffling things around, moving the furniture. So I can actually give you a tiny little glimpse, but I'll give me 1 second. A couple of people are writing something. Thank you. I
Yeah,
think people are, yeah,
your
really
feed is
lots of
amazing.
highs, thanks,
And
thanks.
actually, Moshmi is written. I think Ishita is already doing that and keeping us inspired through her feed. I saw that.
Thank you. Thank you. I try that my Instagram should be a reflection of my personal life. I add very selective glimpses of my professional life because I feel that, people are more interested to know who you are as a person than to know what your company is doing. So I consciously try to include slices of my life on my Instagram. So yeah, that's what I've done. But I'll actually give you a little glimpse of the balcony. I've already like over put it on my feed already. Like I think I've put like 7 since you've asked. I'll give you a tiny little glimpse.
I think, yeah, very nice.
Paint. Yeah. So that's what I've done. I've
And have you
literally
have
like
you painted the wall yourself?
I've painted the wall. I've actually painted this, and I've painted that wall in the room.
Wow.
I've given it a, yeah, that I did yellow, and outside I did blue. So I have actually put quite a bit of content on my page as well for both the makeovers. So that's what I've done. So it's just been like work and home. And for a home person like me, frankly, lockdown hasn't been all that bad, to be honest. I mean, I've
So,
quite
so, so,
enjoyed.
so tell us, how did you do it? Did you buy lots of plants, or added some things which were already in the house?
Yeah, I actually, the first trip that I made when I stepped out of my house, I wore a mask, I put gloves on, and when, the lockdown was relaxed a little bit in Delhi, the first place that I went to was a nursery. And I've made some repeated trips after that as well. And I got like lots of plants home. And I actually did a lot of DIY gardening, Stuti. I mean, that was a complete stress buster, for me. Like
Yeah.
before starting my work day, I would, spend a lot of time in my balcony gardens, and I would just do it myself because my Mali is not coming. I've still
Yeah.
not called him back. I'm
Yeah.
still skeptical. So I'm doing a lot of the gardening myself. So that's what I did. And like, these two major projects of just my room makeover and my balcony makeover is something that kept me busy apart from work.
So, in fact, I have a terrace garden too, and I have a 4-year-old now. I don't know if you know that. So I have a
Yes,
4-year.
yes.
So she waters the plant every evening. There are days when we are playing on the weekend, with the
It's
pipe there, and it is
amazing.
actually a stress buster trying to dig a bit, and we've grown our own
And
chilies, and
microgreens.
these days lemongrass. I'm having my own lemongrass tea grown in my
How
garden. So,
lovely. How lovely is that?
so these
I
are
mean,
really stress busters. I feel we've all started appreciating things so much more being locked down. I mean, that gratitude,
absolutely.
and we've all looked inward. I never had the time to really go onto my terrace garden earlier,
Yeah,
before the lockdown, and I just
yeah.
feel that I love spending time every evening there. So, and we love all these things, because you're not going out unnecessarily because the cases are only rising.
True, true.
And so, tell me, what do you see yourself doing in 5 years?
I mean, we we want to take cross-border kitchens, honestly, not only across India, but we want to take it outside the country as well. We want Indian cuisine. We want authentic Indian cuisines to reach certain countries that we have in our mind, and we also want to expand in authentic Indian sweets. So we have a couple of international locations that we had shortlisted, and of course, in terms of expanding within India, covering metropolitan cities first and then penetrating into tier two, tier three towns as well. So go complete national coverage is what we are going to do with cross-border kitchens in the next 5 years for sure. And other than that, personal front, I would like to actually make a house grounds up. I want to buy some land, and I don't actually want to move into an apartment, but I want to construct a house, something that I have in my mind, things that I've really loved over the years, and give it a particular shape. So that is something that I think that I'd like to achieve in the next 5 years.
So, I
So
know I
both
can see you already want to dwell into interiors and architecture.
that is something,
I'm saying
Stuti,
I
that
can
is
already
some.
see you wanting to dwell into interiors and architecture.
So I often tell the boys that eventually when we're done with expanding cross-border kitchens, and it's all four of us as well, and all the systems and practices are set. That's when actually I would like to open a couple of home stores with our cafes inside those home stores. So because we're multi-cuisine, we do multiple cuisines as well. We do Indian, Pan Asian, we do gourmet burgers, we do wraps and rolls. So the idea is actually to have, there is a vision that I have for a particular kind of home stores that I'd like to open, and within those home stores, I'd like to have a cross-border cafe in each one of them. So that is something that I have in my mind, which kind of merges food and home decor. I think the two loves of my life. So yeah, lots of
and, and
dreams
and
and lots of.
so tell me something. what do you feel about women? Like, what should they do if they want to pursue their passion, their dreams? Can you tell women, if someone wants to take an entrepreneurship plunge and, throw some light on how to raise funds? Like, that was something which you told me you talked about. So would you like to give some tips, on that? Like, if someone today wants to, has the passion but doesn't know how to become an entrepreneur, how should women go for it?
I mean, honestly, I feel I'm actually a big believer of being in a job for a couple of years before going, on your entrepreneurial journey. I feel that it has helped me tremendously, and I know that a lot of kids, younger lot, they are going for entrepreneurship straight away. But I'm actually of the opinion, so I that you should actually work for somebody for a couple of years. Grounds you, it really teaches you a lot, it really gives you a completely different kind of experience. So I would definitely urge women to try, work, pick up a job, something that is that they feel strongly about, related to their area of expertise, and then have a very clear business plan. An idea is not a business plan. It's not just good enough to have an idea. So I would definitely advise all of the women who are wanting to turn into entrepreneurs to actually lay it down on a piece of paper, lay it down on an Excel sheet, have a very scalable model. Ask yourself questions that, is this just an idea, or is this something that is scalable, and is this something that is going to make money? How is this going to grow? It's very important to know from the word go that, okay, this is my plan of action for the next 5 years. Of course, you chop and change, you move things around. We're also moving things around in cross-border kitchens, where we're evolving, we're adapting, but we have our 5 year plan in place. We have a 5 year vision. We know how we're going to grow this. Have a very clear understanding of the funds required for this. What kind of funding do you have right now in your pocket? What is it that it's going to take? How long can you sustain on your own? And even before you start, you should have a very clear understanding of the fundraise path that you're going to take, right? I would, of course, encourage to remain bootstrapped for as long as you can, which means that when you're starting, you must have some capital of your own. To put into your business. I mean, don't just start it and think that, oh, now let me go ask for money, right? Because it's not so simple. It's not so easy. I think investors have also realized in the last 7, 8 years, there was a time when literally you would be like, ye fund ho gaya, wo fund ho gaya. I think that investors have also become smarter. They're also asking more difficult questions. I think they're also being more, they're also evaluating you harder now. So I think it's
Yeah.
important to have a very clear fundraise path. Like I said, in terms of some roadmap that I can offer is that, of course, try and be bootstrapped for as long as you can. Have a scalable model. Have try and achieve cash flow positivity before you go, or have a very clear vision or a very clear eye on cash flow positivity before you actually go out asking for funds. In terms of the route that you could take, or
No, you were telling me about bootstrap, and after bootstrap,
yeah,
like yeah, you were talking about how one needs to be bootstrap for how long as they can be, and I was just hearing you.
correct.
I never, yeah.
Okay. It just kind of, the screen was buffering, so I had lost you. So I was saying that in terms of the route that you could take is, like you already said, try and be bootstrap for as long as you can. And in terms of a route that they could possibly take is peer to peer, right? I mean, try for peer to peer funding. Try to see if you can open yourself up for a friends and family round. That is always easier than completely going out into the unknown. So try and see if you can look from a peer to peer perspective. Other than that, Crowdfunding would be the next step. Explore that, or look for your angel investors. Um, but before all of that, it's important to have your pitch deck absolutely ready. Please make sure that you have a you have your elevator pitch sorted, you have your pitch deck sorted, your numbers are clear. You have all of that. You've articulated your thoughts onto those slides before you even go to look out for an angel investor, or a seed funding capital. And of course, then the next step would remain to actually approach the VC funds. But for the VC funds, there's a bit more work that is required. I would advise that go do your search and see that which are the VC funds that are operating in your area of work, right? Like for us, VC funds that are working in the space of cloud kitchens and food tech are the one that would be relevant for us. There are specific VC funds that are funding women-backed businesses. Look for those. See which are the ones that are doing work in your area of expertise. And of course, there are bank loans as well that are available. If none of this all of this sounds too daunting, you can always go for the bank loan route. But yeah, these would be my broad pointers from a fundraise perspective.
Yes. So tell me, what has kept you inspired and positive? And tell us about your Instagram description: pet lover and bagwati and ethnic lover. I'd like some thoughts on that.
I am, what has kept me inspired, Stuti, are my own dreams. I have a whole lot of things that I want to achieve in my life. And like I said, that I think what motivates me is the fact that, ye maine kiya hai. Like, this is my mehnat. I worked hard for it, and this was my dream, and I fulfilled it with sheer determination and sheer risk-taking ability, and the ability to go for it and work hard for it. So those are, like I said, like even now when I'm talking, I have these small dreams. I don't have this one massive dream that ye 10-15 saal mein mujhe ye karna hai. I like to give myself smaller dreams every few years, right? It could be, I want to make a house of my own. I want to make a terrace garden. I want to break this thing down. I want to make a terrace garden. Or, I want to travel the world, or I want to cover Europe, or, I want cross-border kitchens to completely capture West India by this time. There are small goals. There are small, because like you said, there is no one role model in your life. Similarly, I think that to inspire oneself, it's important to have, smaller candies that you keep giving to yourself. Set those for yourself, and that's what I do for myself, and that's what keeps me inspired. And my Instagram bio to Stuti, like I'm a plant parent. I'm mad about nature. In fact, I have a t-shirt. I've just gotten a t-shirt done which says "Plant Mom." So I love gardening. I love that, and I'm crazy about bags. Don't ask. Like I burn all. There was a time when I was burning all my money on bags. Like I'm so crazy. It could be like a Patri market Gujarati thela jhola, and it could be a Burberry tote. It could, like, I can go crazy, and I have gone crazy. Like it's a joke in my family that, oh my God, Ishita's birthday is coming, that which bag are we going to give her? So it's just, I'm a complete bagwati.
By the way, the bagwati from that film, from the film Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, the bag was placed by us because Hermes was our client into the film, by the way.
Interesting.
So I thought I must ask you that question.
In fact, I have a poster of Bagwati right here in my house. Like, there were, after that movie Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara, this Bagwati term became pretty cool. And there were a lot of websites who started selling these really cool posters of the Birkin.
And in fact, Hermes did say that if the bag was damaged, the movie had to pay for it. In the sense, the movie wanted the bag. It wasn't the other way around. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, it's the Birkin, yaar. Matlab, Stuti, come on. It's like the...
this thing. So I
Absolutely.
couldn't resist adding that bit.
It's an
Yes.
interesting anecdote for sure.
Yes. And so, I'm going to end our conversation, but I want a winning, inspiring message. And before I end it, is there anything else you'd like to add? Should we go through some of the questions from our viewers and their likes?
I mean, if they have any questions, I think we've not opened it up to Q&A. Guys, if you
Yeah.
thank you firstly,
Have
thank you
any
so much for joining
questions?
in.
Please tell us. The Threads of Lucknow says your balcony is hashtag goals.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
Washmi says waiting for CBK to come in Calcutta soon.
Yes,
Cross Border Kitchen.
absolutely. It is in the plans. It is in the plans.
And Grow Green loves you, Ishita. Love your smile.
Thank you. Thank you.
And there's I'm Preeti. Hi, Ishita. And
Anything,
anyone has
guys?
any questions, please ask us.
Yes, please.
Ishita, would you like to throw any light on something which you feel I have not covered till before we go to our last winning message to inspire our viewers, in
Not
especially tier
really.
two, tier three?
Not really,
So
Stuti. I think we've had a wholesome chat.
yeah.
Um,
So do
anything
tell
that,
us, yeah, do give us a winning message for our viewers in tier two, tier three. An inspiring message.
an inspiring message. Um, there's so much I'd like to say, but I would just say one thing is that, um, like I said, know what makes you happy. It could be your career, it could be your home, it could be anything. And I often tell this that have the ability to take all the risks to chase it, right? I mean, do not be afraid to take any kind of risks to chase your happiness. Go for it with all your heart. It may work out, it may not work out, but you and you'll see that often it works out rather than not working out. So just be a risk taker to chase your happiness.
That's Thank you so much for that inspiring message, Ishita. It's like, we should never be afraid of our failures, because till we don't fall down or till we don't learn from our mistakes, we'll never reach our end goal.
I'm
So
a
that's some.
product of my failures completely, Suti. I've failed so many times in life. So I would actually say that it taught me so much. I mean, what you guys see on Instagram, all of you, it's all very nice and happy, but there are a lot of moments in my life where I've failed, where I've been pushed against the wall, where I've been told that, you can't do this and stuff like that. But I have really not bothered. And I think that's been, if I were to pat my own back, I think that's been my quality where I've basically just said that I'm going to go after this, I don't care and I'm going to go after this. And this is me right here. So I think it has worked. So that's what I'll just say, that go after your happiness, chase your dreams, and take all the goddamn risks, chasing it. That's what I'll say.
So that is something even we believe in. And in fact, at the Women Inspiring Network, our endeavor is to get inspiring stories. We are an inspirational storytelling network and a platform, and the idea
Yeah.
is to create, share, and how the movement can pay it forward. And we love to get such inspirational stories. So if you do have anyone who has an inspiring story to share with us, please DM us. And right now we
Will
have a
do.
sustainability pledge, which is to do what's everybody doing back for the environment. So if anyone would like to contribute a short video of less than a minute, my
How
sustainability
lovely.
pledge, which is for the changes you can do, lifestyle changes you can do. So you can say, I won't
Yeah.
do plastic. There was someone who told us that I'll go on a shopping diet. That means they will not shop for the next 1 year. So that's their contribution back to the
Yeah.
environment. So if anyone has something like that to share us. But thank you so much, Ishita, for joining us, and it was lovely to have you
Thanks,
on our
Sudhi.
platform, and it was a
Same
very
here.
inspiring talk, and we should speak more often.
100%. I wish you all the best with this. Keep inspiring, keep getting women to the forefront, and wish you loads of luck.
Thank you so much. Okay, bye
Thanks,
bye.
everyone. Bye.
Thanks. Bye bye.